What's up, my fellow trainers? This is Trainer Red here, and today I'll be doing a new video about two enemies that specifically played a part since my childhood, and that is Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh. So obviously these two are not owned by me. Pokemon is owned by the Pokemon Company, Nintendo, and Game Freak, and I'm gonna insert the studio that owns Yu-Gi-Oh, the not the new ones, the old ones, because I don't know about the new ones, not planning on watching them, and Konami. Let's start with how I got to know them. So I don't remember which came first with the Pokemon to me, the games or the anime, because they really, I feel like, came at the same time. But yeah, with the game, my brother was so obsessed and he got me into it, and I started to play, and I borrowed his game and I played non-stop. With the anime, I watch it also non-stop and record it and then rewatch it a lot. So they both mean so much to me, and I really just adore them from that fact. And yeah, they played a huge part in my childhood. While Yu-Gi-Oh, I remember going to a family gathering, and like two of my cousins were playing the card games, and since that the anime started airing and I started to watch it and became obsessed. So yeah, both of Yu-Gi-Oh came later in my life, but with that, like, both of them played a huge part. But I would say Pokemon played more a huge part in my life, and obviously it kicked off more still to this day, I feel like. So let's start to the creatures or the monsters. So Pokemon, like, they have evolution and they can evolve and stuff, and they are big and small and cute and everything. So yeah, while Yu-Gi-Oh, it's part of like the cards, and sometimes a card help it to like get a spell or something. But yeah, but I feel like I can know more of Pokemon, like even from different generation. I might not known all of them, but I'm familiar at least with some of them and remember them. But I feel like with Yu-Gi-Oh, like, they are for certain. Even if I watch the show, I sometimes forget their existence. I feel like the original and GX did a better, and to some extent 5Ds did a better job with helping us remember them. But after that, I kind of started to forget about it and like just focus on like the story. So I feel like with that point, Pokemon wins, because you always remember a different one, or you always gravitate with different ones. So let's start with the cards. Both of them are huge. So Pokemon, like, it's you don't see it in the game. It's not a part of like the video games or the manga or like the anime or something. But Yu-Gi-Oh, it's so huge with the cards, so it's so important. So with that, I will say Yu-Gi-Oh like have the advantage, but I feel like Pokemon cards sells more than Yu-Gi-Oh. But don't get me wrong, Yu-Gi-Oh is still like huge and everything. I have some of Pokemon cards that I got as a gift, but they're not a must to me. But Yu-Gi-Oh's card, like, still they're not a must, but I do own, and I still wanted it to some of the cards that I want. And sometimes, like, these collectors, especially with the characters' faces, I still want some of them for like collector purposes. I would never play the card. I would suck at it so much. So for cards, I would say like Pokemon is more huge, but I feel like you can't deny the impact that Yu-Gi-Oh had with the cards. Like, it's so much. So let's start with the anime. The anime, like, is not similar to the video games. Yes, there is like Pokemon Orphans and Pokemon Generation, which we see different characters, but they're not like following the source material. They're like following the game, their own thing with Ash. But I feel like it's played a huge part of my childhood that I can't help but appreciate. And yeah, but at some point I did want other characters. There are multiple like movies, and there are now spin-off, but for the longest time it was Ash. But yeah, with Yu-Gi-Oh, there's the original. There are multiple of spin-offs, so I don't know, this is difficult. I would say like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, like, I haven't seen like the I have still to watch Zexel, but and that's done. I'm not gonna watch the new ones, but I feel like I did sort of enjoy them. There are some stuff that the Yu-Gi-Oh manga and video games do so much better than Yu-Gi-Oh will ever do, and yeah, I will talk about them later. But if I'm talking about the anime, I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of hard, but I will maybe give like it to Yu-Gi-Oh, but still a part of me also wanted to give it to Pokemon, because also I'm so biased with Pokemon. So yeah, but I feel like the story to Yu-Gi-Oh means so much to me. Both of them, like both of Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, played a part of my life and were with me with my hardest times. So I really appreciate both of them. But if wasn't obvious, this is my opinion. You might have different experience with both of them. But now let's talk about the video games. So Pokemon obviously was a huge part of my childhood. I have been playing it all of my life, like or like some part of my life. I took breaks, but like it was always there for me, and I was playing it since I was a kid, and I still like keep up, and I love it so much, adore it. But so I feel like, and the story, there is always something different. They try to do something different, they try to listen to fans and stuff, so I really do appreciate that. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, I only know about one game. I believe there is also Forces, but I'm not familiar. I do have one game, but even then I feel like I won't play it. I feel like I only got it for collector purposes. So for games, obviously Pokemon wins. Let's talk about characters. It's obviously that we have to talk about like Red and Yugi or Yami. So starting of all, I feel like with Red, with me, we see my journey and how I grew up to be strong. Like there are so many difficulty that I faced, but with Yami, I feel like he was perfect to begin with, because I don't know, it feels like he's always perfect, and when he loses, either he's forced or there is a reason. The filler arc was nice because it felt like a breath of fresh air, because usually he always wins. I can't deny, because of that, I have to give point to Red, because he's done so much. And even the other characters in Yu-Gi-Oh, they are done completely the same. Either they're cold-hearted, like not cold-hearted, cold characters, poker face and everything, but they're still genuine with them, especially with Yusei and Playmaker more, but Yusei is genuinely a caring and a nice person, and there can be the fun. In Arc 5 and Zexel, the protagonist was funny. They were funny. I didn't watch Zexel, have yet to find it, but like watch it. I mean, why did I say find it? I'm sorry, guys, I'm tired. But anyways, I still have yet to watch it. But like they're so funny compared to other protagonists. But the best protagonist that they did in Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion, I haven't watched Rush show, so I can't. Why can't I speak? So I can't judge. But anyways, the best protagonist that they ever did was Jaden or Judai from GX. Oh my god, I love him so much. His journey, the kid that started out like exciting, loving life, and you seeing him completely breaking down and like changing after that. His story, I feel like he is me so much, and I really love and enjoy that. Might see me putting like Red and like Judai or Jaden's picture, because they are so me. But anyways, starting off, I feel like a lot of the characters in Pokemon are most of them were written, but in Yu-Gi-Oh they sometimes start great but they fall down so much. Especially we see that like in the female character. Aki started great, Yuzu started great, but they fall down. Like Lusamine and Lily, I love their character and how well they're written. They're so great, and I really love and enjoy seeing their characters. They are one of my favorites. Yu-Gi-Oh villains are even good, but like I feel like Pokemon villains, you can remember them, and sometimes like Yu-Gi-Oh villains, you feel like you want more. I feel like like Pokemon is taking so much risk with villains, like they did in Lusamine. She's one of the female villains. I feel like you don't see that a lot in Yugi. You don't see, like, I know Rush did it better, but I haven't seen Rush and I won't watch it. But why did it take so long? Let's talk about the manga. There is a tale of Chuck of Pikachu, I believe it's called. It's so rare. I do want it, but yeah, I feel like the anime is much better. But about Ash, like there is like this new one. I forgot what it's called, but I want to get it someday. There are also the movies, which I have a couple of them. But anyways, the Pokemon adventure is so great and I love it so much. Like some of them are not like Pokemon Black and White 2. What they did, they ruined it. I feel like I wanted more, but I feel like the story was so rushed. The original story in Yu-Gi-Oh was great, and even Yu-Gi-Oh GX, but other than that, they are not that good in my opinion. I feel like some aspect they do it better in the anime, some aspect they do it better in the manga, but the anime overall wins. I don't know, like I don't know what to say. Arc 5, there are some stuff that I don't agree with. Even the story, it was great and everything. It felt me wanting more. And what's with the ending with Arc 5? And Zexal, I still have yet to read it. I only have volume 1. Let's talk about the impact. While Yu-Gi-Oh have some impact and make its reference throughout a lot of media and like it grew up with our childhood because we grew up watching it, it's nothing compared to Pokemon. Pokemon is a huge league on its own. This is why I love Pokemon so much. It means so much to me. I don't mean to be biased, but I feel like you can see it throughout the video. Like I adore Pokemon so much. But anyways, that was it, guys. Tell me down below what other points do I forgot and which do you prefer, Pokemon or Yugi? Share this video with a friend. If you truly enjoy watching my video and think it's worth it, give it a thumbs up. If not, please don't. And if you guys like this video, please check out my other videos. I'm not saying that because of views. I want you guys to see, am I worth subscribing or not? If I'm worth it, subscribe. If I'm not, please don't. I'm saying that because I hate wasting your precious time. This is the last thing that I want. And if you guys decide that I'm worth it, which I doubt many of you will, since I'm lame, hit on that bell so you know whenever I upload a video. And that's it, guys. Love you. Bye.